From the auto industry to the airline business, Tesla is shaking things up. Even though we've only seen it done in movies like The Spy Who Loved Me from 1977, cars transforming into boats is an essential part of Elon's goal. It's ironic that we should bring this up because a car identical to one in the film is purchased by a building contractor and his wife for only $100 back in the day. A thorough cosmetic restoration followed, and the car went on a globe tour where it was featured in exhibitions until being placed up for auction in 2013. To whom might this auction have gone unclaimed? Have you figured it out yet? We'll give you a hint about who has $1 million to spare and is interested in this topic. It's Elon Musk. Many of Elon's fantasies revolve around this car. Thus, it seems fitting that he owned one. He has also mentioned on Twitter that the Cybertruck design was influenced by the same car. But on the other hand, Tesla have their eyes on the boating sector, and it could be occurring sooner than we think. Let's dive into this matter for today's video here at Tech Tank Titans. But before that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Before we go any further, prepare yourself as we explain everything that might be in store for the marine industry in the near future. At this point, everyone is aware that Tesla wants to hasten the transition to renewable energy worldwide. Therefore, they have thought of driving, flying, and sailing. In the past several years, the shift to electric vehicles has taken off. They're more efficient than standard combustion engines in every way, including speed, noise, cost, and maintenance, and may soon be cheaper. But this kind of transformation hasn't begun in the boats yet, and it should. Did you know that marine activity in Europe accounts for 12% of the continent's estimated CO2 emissions? What we mean is that why aren't boats already electric? This is due to advances in battery density research. But as that field develops, why not expand into boating as well? Electric boats, while still relatively rare, have already proven themselves to be better to traditional boats powered by combustion engines. If there weren't any problems though, everyone would be doing it properly. Batteries in boats look like a no-brainer at first. Imagine traveling without the usual distractions of engine noise and exhaust. After all, the point in the boats nowadays is to appreciate the environment and experience as a whole. But the weight barrier is more greater for boats than it is for vehicles, which is why the idea hasn't taken off. In an electric car, air resistance and weight play little effect unless you're Lewis Hamilton, I imagine. Boats encounter resistance from the water due to the area of their hulls making contact with the fluid. To power a boat, the battery density would need to grow until the surface area became proportional to the weight. With the added mass, the boat's equilibrium is in danger of being disturbed. This obstacle has prevented electric boats from being widespread for a long time. But as we have said, battery technology is advancing and the concept is becoming more and more feasible. Take Pure Watercraft as an example, which has begun using Tesla's batteries. These guys are utilizing batteries from Panasonic, which has an energy density of 165 watt-hours per kilogram. But this is in the world of battery. The use of power is completely unnecessary. If you look closely, you'll notice that the Model 3S battery density is closer to 260 watt-hours per kilogram, 57 times more than conventional boats. Even though Pure Watercraft have to use batteries with an incredibly low density, that hasn't stopped them from building a boat with impressive specifications. Their pontoon boat can reach speeds of up to 14.5 miles per hour. But if you keep your speed below 10, you can enjoy water for hours. A leisurely high-speed ride down the coast. Pure Watercraft's base boat is even more amazing, and it will endure for about an hour. It has a top speed of 25 miles per hour and can operate continuously for 24 hours. According to Pure Watercraft's creator, following a tournament, the base boat was out from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. with 25 people still on board. It appears that the battery boat concept has some potential, demonstrating once again how a forward-thinking startup may thrive with an emphasis on cutting-edge technology. In any case, it is quite remarkable how a startup managed to obtain such a high level of performance despite having a relatively low energy density. Elon predicts that the 400 watt per hour kilogram battery will be ready for the commercial production within the next 3 years. There's a 142% increase over conventional boats. So, to put it plainly, this would be the head start. They'd hop on pure watercraft-like boats and start doing it now. Because of this, if Tesla enters the boating business, it will undoubtedly cause disruptions, unlike anything we have ever seen before. With this in mind, I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that Tesla's entry into the boating business could extend to much larger vessels than boats themselves. Large cruise ships consume an average of 250 gallons of fuel per day, which is awful for the environment, expensive and inconvenient, having a slow but steady impact on the company's bottom line. However, Tesla's battery could be a problem for shorter excursions, but not for global cruises. Dr. Jeff Dawn, a research collaborator, has mentioned before that the high lifetime battery he has developed has the potential to significantly alter the shorter boat rides currently in use. Aside from the environmental benefits, the financial case for electric ferry boats is compelling. Ampere, the pioneering company in the field of electric ferry operations, has revealed staggering growth rates over the past few years. They assert a 95% reduction in emissions and an 80% reduction in expenses. Imagine how much bigger these outcomes would be if these ferries were equipped with Tesla batteries. Ellen is the name of another electric ferry that we're familiar with. They've had some major breakthroughs as of late. Powered by 2 electric engines and a battery that lasts for 4.3 hours, Ellen's ferries can go 22 nautical miles. This has massive implications. What if you run out of juice? That's everyone's number one worry when it comes to anything that requires electricity to function. This is especially true if you happen to be in the middle of the ocean. So, Ellen's project coordinator has also outlined the backup plan. He claims that even in the event of the complete loss of one of the battery rooms or their involuntary shutdown, there will be sufficient power in the remaining room to return to port and carry out any and all emergency procedures that may be necessary. The question on everyone's mind, though, is whether or not Elon is actually considering amphibious vehicles. Because they seem so out of reach, they are among the most thrilling scenes to see in action films. Keep in mind that Elon constantly defies our preconceived notions of what is physically possible. Nothing is out of reach for him. It was the spy who loved me who drove him to design another amphibious vehicle. There isn't much a demand for it, as Elon himself admitted. Not everyone on the road has the thought, man, I could use a swim in that lake right about now. But they make sense for the average driver. Take a video of submerged automobiles and you'll find that the models are actually swimming. Normally, we would agree with you that electricity and water are a bad combination, but Elon is clearly ahead of the curve once again, as all of Tesla's technology is waterproof. Elon Musk has revealed on Twitter that an electric car's lack of an air intake and an exhauster block allows it to function temporarily as a boat. Moreover, he claimed that the cyber vehicle might remain afloat for an extended period of time. But then he said, I think we could make that work. In response to a cyber truck that was a boat, no one can tell if it's being serious or not. While it's unlikely, the possibility that it could happen someday is intriguing. Until battery technology improves, it seems unlikely that Tesla will release a boat. However, we have little doubt that we will eventually encounter it. Let us know your thoughts on what vehicle Tesla is eyeing on doing soon. And if you have any opinions about this video as well, then feel free to share them in the comment section. Once again, this is Tech Tank Titans. We thank you so much for watching. And if you like this one, then please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel as well to see more of our future uploads. See you in our next video.